Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You like that? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grab some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, it's Monday morning over here. We're having a great time. We're going to crank out 3 of these quarterback film studies today. Going to be releasing them at, various points this week here on the channel while I continue my football pilgrimage across these lovely United States. We've already done Lenore Sellers. We've already looked at Gunnar Stockton. Today in the studio, we're going to take a look at John Mateer, the one you're watching today or right now. We're going to look at Garrett Nussmeier over there at LSU. Also going to look at Dylan Raiola out there at Nebraska. See what they did last year and kind of look at what they're good at right now, what they need to improve upon this season, or at least this offseason heading into 2025. Let's start with Mateer today. I think there is no doubt in my mind this dude's going to be really, really fun, Jonathan. He's going to be really, really fun to watch. He's going to be really, really fun to break down. Also going to have some, what is going on right now? Not from a decision-making standpoint, but more so from a mechanical standpoint. This guy is the definition of a rotational thrower, almost to the extreme. I would say this is the extreme. We call him from the ear Mateer around here, and you're going to see what I'm talking about today on the film study. But there's no doubt, like I said, he's going to be really, really fun. My thing for him, John, if you're watching this today, Oklahoma coaches, if you're watching this today, I would just reiterate to him, hey, not every throw's got to be the coolest throw in the world. Like, some throws can just be basics. Some throws need to be chicken and rice, as we call it around this network. I want to see signs of him being willing to be grounded in his mechanics, and you'll see what I'm talking about today. And I do think, look, I'm not a guy that's ever going to coach your arm slide up. I think however you get the juice is however you get it. Wherever you get it from is however you're designed to get it. However, when you are this from the ear, when you are this 90, I think you have a really, really tough time finding arc on the football, particularly on deep balls. You're going to see this guy's, 25 plus game, very, very linear, Jonathan. It's nose does not come up and back down like we want to see sometimes on these deep balls. I'm a high arc deep ball connoisseur. That's the type of deep ball I want to see. I think that is the limitation, if you will, in Mateer's game, but it's not that he can't get it there. He's got plenty of juice. Excited to do this with you guys today. Hey, look, Oklahoma fans particularly, we got a couple of rules around here. If you learn anything about your football team, which midway through this film study, it's going to turn into I think the kids say glaze. It's going to turn into a glazing session on this offensive coordinator that came over as well. Okay, if you learn anything about your football team, you must subscribe. If you have any fun today, you must subscribe. And if you learn anything about the game of football, which I guarantee you will today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Jonathan, you're on breaking news duty. I'm leaving the phone at the desk, okay? I'm leaving the phone at the desk. You're on breaking news duty. If anything happens today during the film study, it's your job, okay? So here we go. I really, really like this OC a lot, okay? I'm just going to let you know. Give me his name, Jonathan, so I stop calling him the OC that's coming over, okay? Because midway through this film study, like I said, and even off the rip here, we're going to show some love to this guy. He is a hunter. All right, this guy wants to throw the ball down the field. When he finds a void in the coverage, he's going to attack it.
Ben Arbuckle.
Ben Arbuckle. My boy Arbuckle. My boy Arbuckle out here dialing it up, okay? I really, really like what he's got going on, Jonathan, like this right here, okay? We're going to run an out and up to the field. We're going to motion out this wide receiver over here. We're going to sell the out route that we hit a couple of plays earlier, and then we're going to run the vertical on him right now, okay? There you see, we're going to motion out. We're going to get basically one-on-one coverage out here with a single high shell, okay? Safety's right here. They're rolling this safety into the box. Now we got our one-on-one, right? We can work it to the field out here. Sell the out. Ooh, good little pump right here from Mateer. Now we're going to reset the base, get our feet back up underneath us, and let this ball rip. Now, you're going to see from the tight angle what I'm talking about with this from the ear stuff, all right? This dude is 100% from the ear canal with regards to his throwing motion right here. Watch him reset, and you'll get a good look at his lowers right here, Jonathan. This is why I love the comparison to Jackson Dart. We got really, really thick lowers on this football player. There you see the reset. We're selling the pump right there. Now we're going to get our feet back up underneath us, all right, and let this thing rip. All right, we actually kind of got a little up on that ball right there compared to what I'm going to show you the rest of the film study. All right, good call right there, more so than ball, but good enough ball. We got it completed. Now we're downfield. All right, very next play. All right, very next play after running it out and up. Now we're going to run a Hugo, Jonathan. Now we're going to run a hitch and go, I believe, down here at the bottom with this number one wide receiver. Check this out. Boom, sell the hitch. All right, we got that corner to sink his hips. We see this corner's outside foot actually has all of the weight on him. What's he about to do? He's about to try to drive down on that hitch. Oh, buddy, we're running right by you. All right, and we're going to get a good ball right here from Mateer, outside shoulder as well. Okay. Love this. Good pump from Mateer again. All right. And you'll see it out here from the tight. We really, really unglue our feet. All right. Our feet are our only source of connectivity to the ground, guys. They are. All right. Now, I want rotational energy. And I want my feet almost like a golfer. You see Scotty Scheffler nowadays, his feet slide. Same thing. Those are ground force athletes. I'm really nerdy right now. All right. Those are ground force athletes. The only thing connected are our feet to the ground. So when we go to throw the football, zoom us out a little bit, Jonathan. When we go to throw the football, Yeah, boy. We go to throw the football. We got to have our feet grounded, but that back foot can slide a little bit. We see that a lot from really good quarterbacks, that back toe drag, all right? But I don't want my front foot to spin out as well. What you're going to see from Mateer today is that entire ground force come up on him, and we're going to jump out of throws a lot, all right? I want to see that thing collapse onto that front side. I want to see it slam onto that front side, and that's what really creates that whipping action. Okay, let's get back to the tape. It's a good look at him spinning out of his ground force right here, Jonathan. Watch his front foot. Whoop. All right, we're just going to spin out a little bit. I want to see that front foot grounded. I want to see that back foot really drive towards our target. That's a 56% completion percentage guy, right? This ball gets completed, but some of the other balls don't. Why? Because our lower body mechanics aren't as consistent as our upper body mechanics. We're always going to be from the ear right here, and you'll see a good look at it right here. Boom. All right, we are almost at a full 90 throwing a vertical ball. You see what I'm saying? This is as linear. I forget these things get drawn a little bit lower. This is as linear as we ever can be as a quarterback. Now, 2 plays later, this is a really good job right here from New Mexico. Never thought I'd be studying New Mexico tape, Jonathan, but we are going to have a really good disguised coverage right here. Looks like almost like a 3-high shell, doesn't it, Jonathan? One of those guys, I guarantee, is going to be a low hat player. He's going to roll into the box at some point. We got to figure out who it is, all right? They're probably playing some type of Tampa. He's checking at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they do. They actually rolled a 3. So we got 2 low hat players now, right? We got this guy playing a low hat. We got this guy playing a low hat. High. We're in a cover 3, but we showed cover 2 pre-snap. We all see that. We're all on the same page right here as a class. Now, when we got this deep over or this inward breaking route right here, we cannot allow this low hat player to sneak back in on us unless we're completely unaware that he was there, which is probably the case right here. I mean, we get a guy murdered. He catches the football. We move the sticks almost. But we get a guy murdered right here, not paying attention to where the low hat player is. Now, I understand why we don't, all right, because we're working right on our progression. We're not seeing what's on the left side of the formation. However, all right, now, this is a coaching point right here for everybody. This wide receiver that's breaking into this grass, what do we want to do, Jonathan, against zone coverage when we're running inward breaking routes?
Throw it in the open window.
We want to throw it in the open window, but as a receiver, great answer. As a receiver, I misled you. As a receiver, we want to find grass and sit down, right? We want to find grass and settle. If we're running through grass, we're running into a hat, right? If we're running through grass, we're running to a defender. So we need to gear down right now. All right, but we don't. We continue to run flat. All right, and we get lit up. All right, so as an offense, we probably got to correct some of that stuff. Once we see zone coverage, hey, sit it in the grass. Let's not continue to run our butt into a big time shot like that right there. Now, I'm going to tell you right here and now, this dude is not only going to be really, really good in the RPO game, all right, but he's going to be a hat in the RPO game. These are 2 plays in a row right here, short yardage. I believe it's 2nd and 3. Down distance formation personnel is a big live by keynotes here on this channel, okay? So what he's going to see right here, Jonathan, we got a double inward breaking route at the top. We got a slant here and a slant here off the RPO action, okay? What he's watching is when we know number 2 is going to take that defender across his face. He's going to take that void. Now, if we get this hitch up right here, we like it. We're going to throw it off of a heavy box look, which is what we got. We got a really clouded box right here. We're going to get that number 2 defender to take with number 1 as he inserts for the run game. Watch this. We're going to try to cut that guy off. He thinks he's playing run. All right, we got the RPO out into the flat. Let's convert the sticks. Now, here's what I noticed watching Wazoo tape. Now, this is going to sound like a shock. And look, we always do these film studies not only to teach everybody about players, but also to ingratiate ourselves into new fan bases. Oklahoma fans, you're not going to like me right now, even though I'm trying to get you to like me. I thought Wazoo had better playmakers at wide receiver last year than Oklahoma did. All right. And now they're playing mid-major competition. I understand this is New Mexico, not Alabama. We all understand that. But these dudes got after it after the catch in particular, and you're going to see some of that today. I mean, we catch a ball 4 yards from the line of scrimmage right here, Jonathan, and we turn it into a 12-yard game real quick. All right, that's what I'm talking about with regards to the playmaking ability. But you see the release and how quick it is right here. Boom. He's going to be really, really good in this RPO game. He's going to be comfortable too, because when we bring the OC over, how we teach the principles of the RPO don't change, right? We just got different dudes around us and we're playing against higher level competition, but the reads and the keys remain consistent. Very next play right here, I believe we get quarterback counter into the boundary. So not only do you know for a fact this dude's going to be really good in the RPO game, he's an additional hat no matter what. An additional hat that's 6'3", 225. He's going to be the biggest ball carrier on the field for Oklahoma almost at all times. Do they have a 230-pound back? I don't believe that they do. Okay, so this dude's a load to bring down as well. All right, we're going to give you that jet motion, and look what it's doing to these inside box players. They are heavy flow right now. Heavy flow. They're getting counter back into the boundary. All right, now counter back into the boundary, already a short side of the field, and we're adding 2 hats. That's why OCs love it. Normally, Jonathan, this is going to hit right down the hash, unless we've got jet motion off of it to pull those players. Now we might be able to bounce. That's exactly what happens here. We actually hit it C-gap and beyond down to the sideline. Okay, so this whole entire, hey, they're stressing me. Now they're going to punch me in the mouth with the quarterback is something you're going to have to account for. I know we're watching Wazoo tape, guys, but we bring the OC, we bring the offense. It's going to be the same stuff right here, I would imagine, in the SEC this year. Boom. We slam the counter backside. I love how he delivers these blocks, okay, and continues to get upfield. Switches the ball on the outside hand right there, too. Jonathan, did you see that? Right here, we got ball inside hand, ball outside hand, stiff arm. Love that. Good ball security towards the sideline where things can get a little bit dangerous. Let's go to play 14. All right. Now, some of these things, it's no different than watching a high school football player. It's a little bit different because they're playing D1 football. But some of these things you have to watch on tape and go and ask yourself, hey, will this translate? Is this something that I see him doing in mid-major? Is he going to be able to do this in the SEC like this play right here, okay? We're going to work through our progression. The mic right here is going to get us on a blitz late, okay? Boom. We're tackled and sacked. All right, except for we're 6'3", 225. So eat that stiff arm right quick. Now we're going to extend to the sideline, all right, and rip this ball right here on this comeback on scramble drill. Now, here's my thing I want to say, Jonathan. Are we stiff arming an SEC linebacker with our offhand and then extending? Probably not. Okay, for every 2 of these plays, I think we assume one of them is a negative and one of them continues. I think that's a safe estimation with regards to trying to figure out if he translates, okay? But what we can take off of this is the throw on the run, right? Watch this throw on the run right here as we move to our right. Watch the juice that we got, okay? I think we're really, really good moving right. I think we can be a little bit better moving left, okay? And that's everybody, all right? But it's really, really guys who are a little bit lackadaisical with their mechanics, okay? All right, look, I just don't think that's happening, okay? I don't know if 32 can play in the SEC. Good little seed, good spot there on the throw though. Love that we keep our eyes downfield. All right. Also love that we protect the football while we're scrambling. Look, we got that thing high and tight like Tiki until we decide, okay, he's open. Now we have the opportunity real quickly to get the ball out of our hands. I love that. Now, I wish the OC, my man's name again.
Arbuckle.
I wish my man Arbuckle was sitting in the room right now because I'd be asking about the coaching tendencies right here, right? We got mesh spot working right here, Jonathan. We got the mesh from the tight end and the the slot receiver up there. And then that second tight end is going to run that spot over the ball, okay? Mesh spot. We're hot off the backside with some type of fade or out route, I would imagine, okay? So here we go. When we work this mesh, we're first reading the leverage of the defenders responsible for guarding the mesh, okay? Whoever goes under, we're attacking whoever goes over. You see what I'm saying? And if we don't like the mesh, we're going to work to the spot right over the ball. So let's work through this progression for him right here, all right? Downset HUD, I think we get some type of pre-snap motion. No, we don't. Okay, downset HUD. Here we go. All right, there's the mesh. Now, if we're reading the mesh, like I think he is right now, all right, that dude's running with decent leverage. This dude's running with worse leverage, okay? So if we were to just read leverage, like I would coach mesh Z spot, all right, we're going to see, okay, that defender, we're hitting the tight end right now. And as that tight end clears, we can see, boom, we got pretty good grass, all right, running right here on 3rd and goal. All right, if we don't like the mesh, which he doesn't like, we're going to come back to the spot. Let's see what the spot does. Boom. Hey, if we're on time right now, we rip the piss out of that thing. We probably got a touchdown right here, right? But we don't. We check the ball down right here to number 1, all right? And we get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now, I don't know how they coach this. This is why I ask. I want to see if the OC's in the room, because when I'm reading mesh Z spot, all right, in a vacuum, I'm probably telling my quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal, we want to get the ball to our best playmaker, right? We want to get the ball to our best yak guy after the catch, which is undoubtedly this slot receiver for these guys, all right? This guy makes plays after plays. They design all their screens for him. So I don't know if we're pick and stick on this. You know what I mean? Hey, we're definitely throwing the shallow to our slot receiver. We're going to let him run after the catch. I don't know the answer to that question. However, I would teach every progression the same. We wouldn't be pick and stick where I'm at, all right? We would trust the quarterback to be a reader. That's what he's supposed to be doing. If he ain't good enough to read it, we're going to get somebody else in there that can. All right? I do think this guy's good enough to read these progressions, however. We'll see it from the tight. Let's watch his eyes. Let's see where he's looking first. All right, first, we're reading this defender. So we're checking the leverage on the first drag from the tight end. All right, and then we work to the back. I don't think he likes the back out of the backfield. Then we're coming all the way back to the first crosser. Oh, that spot's so wide open, Jonathan. That spot is so wide open. Read it my way. Sorry, coach. Read it my way. Read leverage to spot to check down. Lil Jackson Darty. Lil Jackson Darty out here, okay? I do believe it. I think we got some Jackson Dart traits to us, Jonathan. All right? I think we got some, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make a play. You know what I mean? I think we got some competitive nature about ourselves. And I've seen the spring propaganda now. The algorithm done found me with the Mateer stuff. They know I'm out here studying him. All right? Because I see it on my socials. He done got bigger. I think so. I think he's hovering about 230, 232 right now, Jonathan. I think he's a thick boy. All right? I think he's going to stick his nose in there. Let's take a look at it from the tight. Yeah, doesn't like what he sees. Get downfield. Ugh! Take a hit, too. This note just says, dude throws from his armpit. What do we got here? All right, we got to come back from number 2. All right, that's what I'm saying. These guys were pretty good, man. All right, we got walk down coverage from the corner. We're gonna work his outside. All right, get him to flip his hips, sink him down. Now, watch the tight right here. We got a flag for some reason. I don't love it. All right, watch the tight. Watch my man. My man is from the ear mateer. Don't get in my way, goalpost. Can we see that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost underneath his shoulder column. It is. I mean, we're right here and just... Now, you can imagine why this would have a really, really hard time getting the nose up and back down, right? We got to be able to get up and flip that thing over. But these 20 and ends, man, we're really quick and efficient with it. That's why I think I would, when I first get there, if I'm Arbuckle. If I'm Hornbuckle, geez. If I'm Arbuckle, the first thing I'm doing is installing our RPO package, and we're going to live off that the first 3 weeks of the season when we got decent comp. Let's see here. Now, this will translate. All right, this type of, I'm going to extend plays vertically. All right, now, too many kids nowadays, Jonathan, we're going to watch a couple of them today. Too many of these kids nowadays bailing out of pockets, spinning out of pockets. Left tackle gets beat, I'm going to roll out. Right tackle gets beat, instead of stepping up, I'm going to try to run around him. Buddy, you can't do that. All right, you might be able to do it if you're a freak in college, but nobody does it in the league. So we got to find verticality in the pocket. We got to step up through the smoke, all right, and be ready to deliver like this right here. And then, watch, once we get up into the pocket, hey, if we want to get flat now we work flat and we're extending plays. But we can't roll out of pockets. We got to step up into them, all right, get flat and be a playmaker. I know we talked about the play earlier, which I don't know if this is going to translate. We ain't stiff-arming SEC linebackers, yada, yada, yada. This is going to translate. Okay, because pocket awareness and pocket discipline translates wherever you go. Okay, because a collapsed pocket is a collapsed pocket. I don't care what anybody says. So let's watch this from the wide one more time, and then we'll get a set of it or look at it from the tight. Now, what I do love about this, Jonathan, watch him reset the pocket right here. Boom, one little click back. Now, why? All we're doing is resetting the point. All right, one set through the one hold through the progression, right, at the launch point that we're at. Those defenders know where we're at now. They're signaling to our launch point. We kick it back one more time. Watch what it does to these tackles right here who are kind of getting their edge whipped right now, right? Right tackle already turned to the sideline right now, belly to the sideline. That's a bad position. But if we give him one more little kick, all right, now he's got an opportunity to run that guy past the point, all right? And then we step up into the pocket. Watch this from the tight. Daggum goalpost killing me. That's what I'm talking about right here. Here we go. Step up in that. Go, 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 go. Pull it down, 2 hands. All right. Wait for the defender to crash on you and then flip one. This is a 50-yard explosive for them midway or early part of the football game. Good God, tight end got a damn fridge on his back. Doesn't he, Jonathan? Holy hell. My stepdad used to say, quit running with the piano on your back, son. Jeez. Yeah, you an inline guy, age 24. That's okay. We all got our purposes. Some of us weren't meant to play football. Some of us meant to talk football. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Here we go. We played for a little bit, though, for those that are new here. All right, this post is absolutely piped right here, Jonathan. All right, now I have no idea what in the hell this box safety who's supposed to have the middle of the field, I have no clue what he's doing. I've watched this 7 or 8 times, got no idea. First of all, why are you down there? It's I think it's second and goal from the 20, or it's second and 10, one or the other. Not a rundown situation, and we're just camped out middle of the field playing low hat like we're the robber and we got another single high. We don't. All right, we're getting banged on a post right now, big time. All right, and if we had any depth right here, this is why I do think this from the ear stuff could be a problem. If we have any depth right here and any SEC athleticism, we probably get a tip on this. All right, because he doesn't really have an ability to get it up and down really, really quickly. That's what great throwers do. They get over underneath defenders and back down under safeties really, really well. All right, so I do think this could be a problem when we throw these things this flat. All right, we might be able to get these balls tipped from an SEC standpoint. The other thing, if I'm coaching against this guy, we're hands up all day. All right, all pass rushers are hands up all day. When we see hands break, we're jumping. Right now, I don't care if we break a rib because an offensive lineman dumps us because he's coached right when we jump. Right, we're gonna get our hands up because this thing comes, like I say, from the ear right here. Look at this, boom. We are from the ear. All right, and look how flat that ball is, Jonathan. You see what I'm saying? That ball's about right here. I know the film's kind of cutting out on us. If we had any depth in our drop as a middle field safety, we probably get our hands on this. Hell, we might intercept it. But that ball is piped. Okay, if we watch it full speed, you can see it's got some velo on it. But you can see, man, like the pocket's clear. The pocket's clear. We have no reason to fade out like that. This one just says he's a dude. Curious to see what happens here. He's a dude, says the notes. All right. Oh, yeah, I remember this. All right, so now, yeah, I don't know how many dudes are throwing this football. I think a lot of young quarterbacks are probably trying to scramble out, beat the defensive end. All right, but I want y'all to watch. He knows right now. He knows right now that defender is free. All right, and I've got to throw this comeback all the way out here because the flat's taken away. All right, tight end's going to get crushed right now by the flat defender. So the only way I can throw this football is if I get back downhill. Okay, I got to attack downhill. And I know what you're saying, but hey, there's a defender in our face. Yes, there is. All right, we're going to have to be willing to take a shot right now while taking a shot. We all see that? All right, watch him attack, Miss Jonathan. Watch him attack contact right here and not really care. Okay, he ends up getting a personal foul right here because he gets his head licked off, all right, by that defensive end. All right, but I love how we fight back downhill. We don't get flat right here. We fight downhill through this, all right, and throw this football. I think we got dude traits. I think we got I'm a football player first, quarterback second traits from this guy. All right, and those types of things are really, really good college football traits. They're great college football traits, all right? Because we're not worried about you playing 19 games and being the franchise for 12 years. So if you break a hip, you break a hip. Again, from the ear, son. He like that. Throwing that comeback. All right, but these are the things that would make me sick. These are the things that would make me sick. All right, so we get a dog pressure right here. Cornerback cat, not a dog. We get a cat pressure. Cornerback fires, all right? We end up getting it picked up. Safety rolls over here. Right tackle, look at him. Got his eyes out there perfectly. That's the other thing. I don't know if the O-line coach came over. This O-line group, I got a clip later. They are dialed, son. All right, they get everything. Look at him. He's pointing at him. Look at some bitch. Look at that. He's calling out the cat. You see that, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Dog. Find out this O-line coach. He needs a shout right here. He needs a shout. This O-line coach, I got a stunt that they get picked up later that is just, chef's kiss. All right, so we get the pressure picked up. All right, but we're just not disciplined enough with our lower half. Watch this from the tight. All right, we got the deep over working back this way. All right, this slot receiver, I believe, is working back over here. All right, we get corner fire. We get this safety roll over, this safety playing in the middle of the field. Guess where we're wide open? We're wide open on this side of the field. All right, and we just aren't disciplined enough with our lower body mechanics to make this throw. We miss it by 6 feet. All right, we miss it by 6 feet. Watch this. And it's all in our lower body. That's all it is. We think we're this good. We think we're this good to float our entire body this way instead of getting our feet and our shoulders square back to where we're at. And watch his whole entire body float this way. All right, and the ball miss out over here because our arm is overcompensating for what our body is doing. Okay, our arm is trying to fix us. We can't fix ourselves on 35-yard throws. Okay? Our arm's not that good. Nobody's arm's that good. We don't ever want to do this type of stuff. We want to be disciplined enough to get our feet tied with our eyes where we're at and let it rip. Do we have an O-line coach? Still looking? Still looking.
They hired a new one this year, it looks like.
So it looks like he might have come over to Oklahoma.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right. Let's go to play 29. But if you're looking for, as an Oklahoma fan, why is this guy 56%? All the highlights I see are dynamic. That's where it's at. We're missing, especially a lot working back right, all right, because we're tending to float left with our body. All right, this notes, I think it's a run play. All right, we get back to, it's a screen right here. I really, really like this coordinator. I like everything that he's doing in this several football games that I watch from these guys. They're very creative. This is a good little screenplay right here to the field. All right, we're going to fake truck toss down here. We're going to, We're going to fake truck toss down here. All right. And then we're going to run the tunnel smoke screen back over here. We're also going to get pulls from this front side. Watch what it does to these inside linebackers who are ultimately responsible for pursuing this ball inside out. You got a name for me?
His name's Jared Castor. He is now at Wake Forest.
Woo! All right, Jared Castor, I'm going to keep tabs on you, buddy. All right, because we got some shit locked up in here. All right, but look at these inside defenders right here. Watch this guy, watch this guy, watch this guy. They're completely lost in this play, okay? We just took them out. All three of you guys are dead in the play now, all right? So now we're really working with extra hats. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a ball carrier. All these guys are peel backs against 1, 2, and 3. You see what I'm saying with the playmakers, Jonathan? We're out here running through defensive line arm tackles. All right, full bodies from number 8 right here. We got a big boy, 300-pounder on our hip right here as a slot receiver. Most guys getting tackled. We're going to keep running through that pickup 12. Also, what you haven't seen in the film study, because we're here to watch Mateer, hey, dude, they run counter. They get in the pistol and they run wide zone. They got truck toss in there. They insert, H-back insert zone. I mean, they jet sweeps, end arounds. They do it all. All right. I really, really like what they got coming in. As opposed to this, look, I love what Tennessee did with the wide choice. I really do. But it requires a very specific play caller. It requires a very specific skill set at the quarterback position and at the wide receiver position. This is, we're going to find grass and run to it. All right. And we're going to consistently do that, which I believe is what Oklahoma was trying to do last year to start the season. They were trying to be a wide choice football team. All right, this is a stunt pickup clinic right here from the O-line. All right, now we got all kinds of chaos going in here. We're going to wrap, stick, bump, all kinds of crazy shit right here in the middle. We're trying to run inside zone as an offensive line. So when we walk to the line of scrimmage, we're probably thinking ISO here. We're going to work up to 24. We're going to dig out back to 22, and we're going to dig out back here. That's what we're thinking pre-snap with our eyes looking up at the defense. Now, post-snap, watch what happens. Now, we study primarily Georgia around here. It's what we normally do. And we watched Georgia get their ass whipped against Ole Miss on stunts, didn't we? All right. And I sat here time after time going, well, shit, I don't know how I would coach it. Now, I've gone to these pilgrimages. I've sat in offensive line rooms. I know how I would coach it. Against teams that stunt, we would be slow. We would almost not even gain ground. We would almost what I would call pitter patter. We're going pitter patter right here in the hole. Watch what it does for number 70. Okay, the nose tackle has already gone away. If somebody goes away, somebody's probably coming back too. But we got to be patient and wait for it. Watch. Oh, boom! There's the mic. He's going to take us right to us. Now let's watch the front side guard right here. This left guard. Okay. All right. We're going to work up. Our linebacker that we were working up to just dipped away. So now what are we going to do? One goes away. One's probably coming back. We're going to lock on. And we're a little bit beat right now, but guess what? Effort wins, right? Effort wins, especially in the box. Just keep running your feet. Maybe the running back will make us right. Let's look on the backside right here. Let's look at this right guard. All right, your left guard to an audience. We got all kinds of junk right here in our face. We don't know quite yet what we're going to take. We're just going to take what hits us. All right, and when it hits us in our mouth, we're going to be in a good position to absorb the contact, collect it, and continue to drive our feet. I think the right tackle does a great job right here as well. Our guy goes away. We're going to deliver that in the run game and then pick up the stunt, get inside leverage on him. It's a clinic. It's a clinic on how we pick these things up. All right? All right, so now we got some run success, right, Jonathan? This is the very next play. 2nd and 3, down distance formation personnel. 2nd and 3, ball in the middle of the field. I'm gonna bet you he's hunting right now. I guarantee the OC does something to try to get an explosive right here. I think he goes double post bender right here. Let's see. All right, so we got a vertical on the outside. We got a skinny on the backside. Come back, dig right here. Okay, so yeah, 2nd and 3. We are hunting. Now, I'd love to see you rip this ball, Mateer. I would. Safety moving away. I'd love to see you hit that bang eight. All right, but you don't like it for some reason. All right, you just got to it. We're clicking off of it already. All right, that's fine. Now, we're going to get to an extension of the play. How much of this, again, how much of this translates? You think he's dead right here, don't you, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. I did too. I swiped the play away. Thought he got sacked, was looking for a 3rd and 20 or 3rd and 6. He gets out of this. I look up next play. He's in a first down. I'm like, how in the hell did he? You know what? Yeah, I don't know how much of this we actually bring to the next level. Okay, let's give him 1 for 2. He's had 2 of these plays where we question the translation, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Let's give him this one. Let's take back the one in the red zone that he scored a touchdown in. We're just out here shucking defenders, dude. Now, I know he's a big boy. I do. Oh, it's 32 again. Oh, man, 32 had a bad day at the office. Oh, 32. Watch 32 be an all Mountain West guy. All right. Where are we at time-wise, Jonathan?
35.
All right, I do want y'all to see this. It's 3rd and 10, Jonathan. 3rd and 10, okay? This is what this guy's going to do. We just motion to empty. What do we do around here?
QB run.
Yeah, you damn right. QB draw. We are screaming from the mountaintops, QB draw. Anytime anyone ever motions us to empty, we are playing the box. All right, we're playing the quarterback draw with this guy. All right, so here we go. We get the quarterback empty. We get a draw called. On 3rd and 10, Jonathan. 3rd and 10, we out here running the Q. You know why? Because you bet your ass we're going for it on 4th down. Competitive carries, dude. Competitive carries. I would not be shocked if midway through the season, Mateer, I don't know who your backup is, Mateer's out. You know, Mateer got a shoulder. Mateer got a knee. Mateer got something. He got a rib cage. Something, because this dude's going to get licked up. There's no doubt. All right, let's go to play 41. This is what I want to leave you guys with. It's fun. It really is. And I told you at the start, I do think we've got to get our cleats glued in the ground and be willing to be disciplined enough to be boring. All right, to be boring with our mechanics, because not every throw needs to be the coolest throw in the world. We've got another explosive right here as an offense. Okay, where are we at? All right, we got another explosive right here. We're working the deep over from the tight end. All right, number 3. Running this way. He's actually number 24. He's the number 3 wide receiver in the progression. All right, in the formation, I should say. All right, watch our lower body mechanics here. All right, we bring our eyes to it. We do not bring our lower body, and this ball should be going back the other way. You can really see it right here on the tight. All right. Look at our body lean, man. We're not that good. Nobody's that good. CJ Stroud's not that good. Nobody's that good. Joe Burrow's not that good. In fact, the reason Joe Burrow is who he is because every throw looks the same. He's very mechanically clean. That's why he led the league in passing this year. All right, but we can't do that. We're not that good. It's a real problem working back right. All right, because when we're working left, if we overstride ourselves, we can really work into that throw. But when we understride ourselves back to the right, we're all dependent upon arm. You see what I'm saying? And we don't have one of those. Nobody has one of those. All right, that's the stuff we got to get cleaned up, because that's a pick 6 in the SEC. All right, appreciate you guys for watching this, man. I had fun. I think it's going to be fun to watch this year. I think if you can just RPO your way to about 21 points per game. The other stuff we got to clean up to be consistently great in this conference. Appreciate you for being here. Hope you had fun. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Love you. Bye.